Yo, what it is, YouTube? It's your boy DT coming back with another bullseye over here today on the channel. And today I want to show you guys how to get the perfect mastering settings using Ozone. Not the one in the ceiling, but the one in front of your screen. So let's get to it right now with the Ozone colors. If you guys do like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We got a new course dropping this month. Check out the channel membership and check out the websites where we got the plugin presets, the vocal templates, all that nice shit. But we gonna drop the gems on you. Let's go.
Girl tell me say she love how me move. She no want follow nobody rules. She just want to do anything where she choose. And she just want make her own money for use. Girl, you not go believe the lifestyle when me live no easy. Me have to watch how me move in the streets, but she no care as long as she have money. Yeah. Motion, motion. Girl fall in love with emotion. Motion, motion. Girl say she want more of the potion. Motion, motion. Girl fall in love with emotion. Motion, motion. Girl can't get enough of the potion. Me move or me move, and me no watch what people a do. Me no wind up on the news. Baby, me have too much to lose. So baby, tell me if this life is for you. She look for me and I give me attitude. Me have one friend, me not have two. Money won't try kill you, but people will do. Motion, motion. Girl fall in love with emotion. Motion, motion. Girl say she want more of the potion. Motion, motion. Girl fall in love.
All right, so you guys see what we're working here with, and this is the Ozone 12. So most importantly, how I want to do this video today is I want to look at this from the perspective of every single module that I usually use. And these are probably going to be the modules that you mostly use too. First one is the exciter, and the exciter is for the saturation. I always imagine that whenever I'm on the Ozone, I always do mix and match. And I always recommend to just do mix and match. Keep mixing and matching and see what it sounds good. Because sometimes you put the saturator in front of the widener or this or that. So that's how I always do it. But with the exciter, you have so many different modes of saturation. I usually just play around with it, pick the biggest overdrive, then parallel blend it.
Girl tell me say she love how me move. She no want follow nobody rules. She just want to do anything where she choose. And she just want make her own money for you.
So you can do a couple things, make a song feel fuller, make a song feel brighter, depending on how you target the area. Then this is like Ozone stabilizer. I always compare it to golf floss. Right now I'm just giving you guys a brief overview of the modules I most commonly use. And this is just pretty much golf floss. This works good because this will clean up the saturation.
Girl tell me say she love how me move. She no want follow nobody rules. She just want to do anything where she choose. And she just want make her own money for use.
So it's like I'm only picking the perfect frequencies. Then you have the widener, which opens up things like an angel spreading its wings to heaven.
Girl tell me say she love how me move. She no want follow nobody rules. She just want to do anything where she choose. And she just
one thing I like to usually use a lot is use a stereo imager towards the end. So now that I have this nice saturated signal, then I spread that thing like peanut butter on a jelly sandwich, all right? Next thing you know, I got the Ozone impact. And with the Ozone impact, I love to put that right before my limiter. If I was on my bullshit and I was doing a real mix, I would put this after the limiter and then have like a FabFilter Pro at the end on nothing.
Girl tell me say she love how me move. She no want follow nobody rules. She just want to do anything where she choose. And she just want make her own money for use.
For me personally, I always go over here and I just try to like magnify everything except for the bass.
Girl tell me say she love how me move. She no.
Like I don't want to hear no punch on this band because I want to have this just be all the super low, and this is all like the low that you can hear. This is like the lows you can feel, but the transients you can hear. All right, so that's how I do it. Vintage limiter is something I use just because it gives a nice little color. And then you have the Ozone maximizer that has the most important things: upwards compress, which adds presence to a mix; soft clip, which brings distortion. And mostly I always use the modern mode.
Girl tell me say she love how me move. She no want follow nobody rules. She just want to do anything where she choose. And she just want make her own money for use. Girl, you not go believe the lifestyle when me live no easy. Me have to watch how me move in the streets, but she no care as long as she have money. Yeah. Motion, Motion, girl fall in love with emotion. Motion.
So that would be like a basic preset that I would use. And don't forget, I actually created a preset pack for this. If you guys do want to grab the preset pack, you'll see it down below. All right, so that was like the basic setting. And then after that, I have like this one where I would usually like clip things, you know?
Like me in another side when I put on D&D.
For me, whenever I use a clipper, things get dirty in the low mid. So like, of course, this move was done when I applied the clipper, but then I took it all the way to the beginning and it made everything sound cleaner. So, you know, always swapping and moving in and out.
Like me in another,
Like a boxer, always sticking and moving with the Ozone modules.
like me in another side when I put on D&D. And it's real back, you know nothing else in between. It's too much for me to scheme back. I know that I'm real, this ain't no sound. You can only find on desktop, yeah. I'm making the
This is good if you have a mix that you kind of like want to de-harsh and make it aggressive, almost like Playboy Cardi, I would imagine. So I use a spectral shaper, which is a module I use a lot, and I want to highlight how I only like to tap it no more than 1 dB, and it de-harshes the track.
like me in another side when I put on D&D. And it's real back, you know nothing else in between. It's too much for me to scheme back. I know that I'm real, this ain't no sound. You can only find on desktop, yeah. I'm making the room bounce. I'm not even rapping now. It's just ain't a flex, I don't wanna call on them up. Call on them up, it's how it should be. You gon' fall in love with me tonight, you gon' call me. If I don't get a text, something ain't right. Girl with a pretty face,
Ozone stabilizer is doing the same thing, just working on the top end.
like me in another side when I put on D&D. And it's real back, you know nothing else in between. It's too much for me to scheme back. I know that I'm real, this ain't no sound. You can only find on desktop, yeah. I'm making the
This exciter makes sure we doesn't lose presence, because like this is kind of how I made the preset. I made it backwards. I did the de-harshing and then I made the exciter and I put it on the front and shit like that. So yeah, then you have the widener. We know what that does, but the EQ is pretty important.
like me in another side when I put on D&D. And it's real back, you know nothing else in between. It's too much for me to scheme back. I know that I'm real, this ain't no sound. You can only find on desktop, yeah.
And then the last mode that I have right here is the maximizer, and I'm abusing the maximizer, taking advantage of the soft clip. And the higher you go up with the high, mid, and the low, you're gonna get more distortion. So I use the clipping in conjunction with this, and it gives me like something that's clipped, but clipped to perfection. And that's what I call this preset, clip to perfection.
Like me in another side when I put on D&D. And it's real back, you know nothing else in between. It's too much for me to scheme back. I know that I'm real, this ain't no sound. You can only find on desktop, yeah. I'm making the room bounce. I'm not even rapping now. It's just ain't a flex, I don't wanna call on them up. Call on them up, it's how it should be. You gon' fall in love with me tonight, you gon' call me. If I don't get a text, something ain't right. Girl with a pretty face, I get I'ma go, man. It's more than I can explain in a short time. It didn't need a grapevine to hear you sounding like me in another side when I put on D&D. And it's real back, you know nothing else in between. It's too much for me to
That gain match on the Ozone is just beautiful. After that, for the Ozone 12, I usually use like a lot of the same modules, but there's some other modules to talk about. The unlimiter is just pretty much an expander. So it just does like upwards compression, but this one is different because you can control the threshold even more versus where on the maximizer, you don't get to control that directly.
Up, ace, get clean. Ay, baby, you the crew. Hold me up, go ahead, get it, gang. Rock with him, everything simple, babe, over here. And I ain't got a trip, cause baby, you the crew. Baby, you the crew. Shawty ain't just anybody if you ain't in the loop. If you ain't really new, then I'ma tell you what to do. We'll play it cool, walking with the juice and blow the ceiling off the roof. Ride like a day one dude, ayy. Slide when I say come through, wait. Ball like the Lakers today.
So right here, what I did is I used the unlimiter, which you see that's adding volume, and you can drop your hand deep into the cookie jar. You could drop your hammer deep into the mine and try to pick up some gold from the track. And like by bringing that threshold down, you're bringing up all the low level shit. So then that's ramming into a compressor. So it's pretty much just pancaking it, kind of like we were trying to make some breakfast, okay? And we want some pancakes, we want some ego, my ego, Imperial Ozone 12 waffle styles, okay, Waffle House. So yeah, then it's going into this vintage compressor just on the stock preset, and I just like how this is smoothing out the mix. Module that I love a lot is the clarity, because it does upwards processing, but only on the high end, versus where this is upwards processing on the whole entire mix. This is focused on making it brighter.
Up, ayy, skin clean. Ayy, baby, you the crew. Hold me up, go ahead, get it, gang. Rock with him, everything simple, babe, over here. And I ain't got a trip, cause baby, you the crew. Baby, you the crew. Shawty ain't just anybody if you ain't in the loop. If you ain't really new, then I'ma tell you what to do. We'll play it cool, walking with the juice and blow the ceiling off the roof. Ride like a day one dude, ayy. Slide when I say come through. Wait, ball like the Lakers today. And if they say they really bout it, we can do the food. We up in here, we up in here. The vibe is real. My crew, we up one. My circle lit. My dog is here. My homie, yeah. It's time to turn up. Baby, go hard, girl, I see you. Kick back, rock and swear it be cool. Yeah. Said she knew that she was built for it. First thing, go ahead, baby. I said me too. So great when a homie change, screaming, let's go gang. Cause baby, you the crew. We straight, run a check up, ace, get clean.
This one is really nice and crystally. It's called the Rise and Shine Master Preset, because it's all about the shine and it's helping the low level detail rise up. Okay, so it's time to eat, time to go to school and drink some orange juice. Then the last preset that I have right here is more for like warmth, and just getting things to be mellowed out. It's the Corridos Tumbados track.
Y yo mirándote como perfecta, como algo que no iba a encontrar, tratando de darte lo que te faltaba, y tú sin saberlo aceptar me quedé, aunque ya dolía, queriendo algo que tú no querías, porque tú nunca supiste quererme. Ni cuando estabas aquí, decías vete pero me buscabas, y yo siempre caí en ti, y yo tan pendejo creyendo en tus ganas, tú ni sabías qué hacer, yo dando todo pa' que te quedaras, y tú aprendiendo a correr.
Mostly this one, module I've specialized right here was the vintage EQ and just adding air to the mix, especially because it's Corridos Tumbados. So we did some things to make it warm, like using the vintage compressor on smooth mode, also adding warmth on both of these. So this rounded off the body of the mix, and then a stabilizer on cut mode too will always take off top end.
Y yo mirándote como perfecta, como algo que no iba a encontrar, tratando de darte lo que te faltaba, y tú sin saberlo aceptar me quedé, aunque ya dolía, queriendo algo que tú no querías, porque tú nunca supiste quererme, ni cuando estabas aquí, decías vete pero me buscabas.
I just use this for like the volume because it makes it sound better. And most importantly too, with the vintage EQ, I like to use the widest band so it could touch 6K, 7K. So overall, it's not just brightness, but it's just like a marshmallowy warmth for the top end as well. So I just want to say thanks a lot for being a great part of the YouTube family. We got so much exciting stuff coming up on the channel, plugin presets, courses. Don't forget to try to book a mix or help out the channel in any way. And I really appreciate you guys. And if you want to grab the preset pack, you'll see it down below, or grab the free preset packs on my website. Appreciate you, YouTube gang. Peace.